Somebody out there is earning 40% APY on their crypto right now, and they are absolutely certain it is real. That certainty is exactly what should terrify you. We have been here before, and the wreckage is still warm. From Celsius to Terra Luna to a dozen smaller protocols nobody remembers anymore, the graveyard of guaranteed yields is longer than your holiday shopping list. Let's talk about what guaranteed APY actually means under the hood. Because the word guaranteed in DeFi is doing some very heavy lifting for a very small word. In traditional finance, a guarantee comes with a legal framework, a regulator, and ideally someone's actual assets on the line in crypto. It often comes with a Discord announcement and a cartoon mascot. The mechanics behind most high-yield promises fall into three buckets: real yield from protocol fees, inflationary token rewards, or Ponzi-adjacent recycling of new depositor capital. The first one is rare and usually modest. The second one evaporates when the token price drops. And the third one is just a timer counting down to zero. Here is the part that stings, because we want to believe. When a protocol posts 30, 40, even 100% APY, our brains do not think fraud. They think, I found it. I finally found the edge everyone else missed. That psychological pull is not weakness. It is just human. But it is also exactly the exploit these systems are designed to trigger. The history of yield farming is basically a master class in the same cycle running on repeat every 18 to 24 months. Sky-high rates attract capital, dilution crushes the token, yields collapse, liquidity exits, and the people who got in last are left holding an empty bag with a very colorful logo. Now here is where on-chain proof changes everything, and why it should be non-negotiable before you deposit a single dollar. If the yield source cannot be traced to a verifiable, publicly readable smart contract showing real revenue flows, then what you have is not a yield, it is a story. Audited contracts are the other half of that equation. And no, a rug-proof badge on a website does not count. A real audit means a reputable firm like Certic, Trail of Bits, or OpenZeppelin has reviewed the actual code, published a report, and flagged every critical vulnerability, and you should read that report, not just check if one exists. The misconception that audits equal safety is also worth addressing directly, because an audit is a snapshot in time, not a forever guarantee. Protocols get upgraded, admin keys get compromised, and sometimes the audit firm itself gets paid to look the other way. So on-chain proof of yield must be continuously verifiable, not just verified once at launch. So what is the practical playbook here? Because this is not just a doom and gloom lecture. If you are going to participate in DeFi yield, size your position like you expect to lose it, verify the revenue source on-chain yourself using tools like Dune Analytics or DeFi Llama, and treat any APY above 10 to 15% as a risk premium, not a gift. The broader lesson the market keeps teaching and we keep forgetting is that yield without a transparent, auditable source is not yield. It is deferred risk, wearing a very attractive costume. Every cycle introduces a new wrapper around the same old mechanism, and every cycle finds a fresh group of people who are convinced this time is architecturally different. Discipline here is not about being too conservative to win. It is about staying in the game long enough to actually win. The people who survived every DeFi blowup were not the smartest analysts. They were the ones who never put in more than they could emotionally and financially afford to lose. At the end of the day, the question is not whether guaranteed yields exist somewhere in the ecosystem. The question is whether you can verify the source, read the code, and size your exposure in a way that lets you sleep at night regardless of the outcome. Be comfortable with the uncertainty. Build your process around proof rather than promises, and let compounding do the work over years instead of gambling on months. The protocols that are still standing after 3 or 4 market cycles earn that trust through transparency, not marketing. And if you are looking to build real, tangible wealth outside of smart contracts and token emissions, we can help you get started in real estate investing, home contracting work, and finding lenders. Check out our links in the description below.